Families and friends, the chilling evidence laid below before the court today, accused murderer Andre Ruddock was one of two archangel ordained by the pastor, ladies and gentlemen. This is hopefully a chapter that's going to be ending the cult pastor saga. This is another revealance. We have the legal documents out of the courts. I'm Rastafari Soldier of Deep Roots TV. Greetings, and salutations to all nations. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm Rastafari Soldier of Deep Roots TV. And if this is your first time tuning in, I'm asking you to hit that red subscribe button and we'll have a great relationship. In a chilling evidence laid before the courts, accused murderer Andre Ruddock was one of two archangels that was ordained by Kevin O. Smith, the now deceased pastor of the Pathway International Kingdom Restoration Ministry, and was instructed to perform and sacrifice ritual on October 17. Ruddock was disclosed in court on Wednesday, was so-called Archangel Gabriel, while another male referred to as Witness A was designated as Michael the Archangel. They were both alleged handed a knife and commanded to kill the night in question, but it is alleged that Ruddock carried through with Smith's command, cutting the throat of 39-year-old Tanika Gardner, members of Paradise St. James Church located at 144 Albion Street, Montego Bay in St. James, gave account that Smith, 2 weeks before the sacrifice night, began diverting from his usual teaching to make prophecies citing visions about people's death and when the event was happening. Smith had stated that actions would be taken against those in the church that are not complying. In the weekend leading up to the night on which two members were killed, it is reported that he started ascribing divinity to late Ethiopian Haile King Selassie and told congregants to listen to secular songs by Sizzler, Capitan, Buju Banton, Beenie Man, Queen Ifrica, and others. According to the witness, Smith had started telling the members that they could smoke marijuana to elevate their high plane of consciousness. The courts heard that the service held at the Ark the night before the killing. Smith told members that before entering the church, they should bow and he would judge them and write their name in the biblical Lamb Book of Life. Smith indicated that he was God and the flesh and had come to judge the world in his claim. On the day of the killing, about 2:35 p.m., Witness A alleged to have seen when Smith arrived at the church in the companion of the now deceased Kevon Palmer and a policewoman. Smith is allegedly told the now deceased Palmer that who is in front of the wine, Palmer should cut the person's throat so that they will enter the kingdom. Smith, who died in a car crash 9 days after being detained during the night of the macabre ritual, instructed the now deceased Palmer to cut the throat of Witness A. Other persons said. Witness A said he went to the safe side in order to avoid his throat being cut. Smith told another male, referring to Witness B, that in order to enter into the kingdom, Palmer would have to cut his throat. When Witness B knelt down in front of Smith and handed the knife to Palmer, Witness B subsequently ran outside along with another person, a female, designated to be Witness C. Palmer, however, reported chased witness B and C and stabbed them in the back. Smith is then alleged to begin to destroy glass on the altar and windows and other items. Michael Brown, a patient who was reportedly in need of a kidney, said he had bled to death after Smith pulled out the medical tubes which were attached to his body. You have to die, but you will rise again, because I am the resurrection and the light, the court heard Smith told Brown, citing a scripture quoted from Jesus Christ. Smith allegedly told witness A and Ruddock to leave Brown to die. Witness A and Ruddock were instructed to admit person into the ark whose name were on the list Smith had, the court was told. The person whose name were called were allowed to enter the ark. Those persons the court heard sign 999 beside their name, and thereafter Smith signed 999 beside their name. I don't know if a 666 because them have quotes between it, y'all people. The police reportedly reached the church gate before Gardner was killed. Witness B, the court was told, heard Smith asking, "Who is at my gate?" Gardner answered, was allowed to enter the ark and told to leave her luggage. Mentioned leading up to her death, she allegedly had dialogue with Smith in the previous meeting in the presence of Ruddock. Smith reportedly asked Gardner, "Is your blood clean?" He asked her about a particular health issue from which she had suffered from for a time. Smith asked Gardner, "Do you believe that I am the resurrection and life?" Gardner said yes, and Smith then asked her, "Do you believe I can rise you from the dead?" Which she replied, yes. Smith allegedly responded, "Your blood has to be clean, has to be cleansed. I will have to cut your throat." And Gardner reportedly said yes. Smith instructed witness A to cut Gardner's throat, but he declined. Ruddock is reportedly did not carry out the order, but instead ran out of the church. He was then remanded after he was caught. Ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable. He has been recommended to take a psychological or a psychiatric evaluation by Justice Vinette Graham Allen. Now, you hear what they said. Ruddock is allegedly that he walked over to Gardner and cut her throat as she knelt before Smith, allegedly told Ruddock to cut Gardner's head off, saying she was a goat of sacrifice. But Ruddock did not carry out the order. Instead, he ran out of the church. I hope my people realize how disturbing this has been, reporting on this cult incident, people. It is astonishing that in 2021 that a person could be so foolish and dumb to, first of all, be involved in a cult situation. Some people are acting like this is the first time this happened, but I've heard that this pastor have stripped people and have had them on altars, including children, and have done this in front of women and children, and family members have returned. Some have said that it's out of curiosity, but I tell you, this is out of madness. One cannot expect me to believe that they are being subjugated to something that they don't like and are returning to feed off of it in spite. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this has been reported to the law, but one's common sense and one's intuition is the real law. of life. Because some has found out, yeah, you can put your trust in a man, but hey, listen to me, people. A one most high. You not put yourself in a no man. You are gonna take. Don't you put yourself in a no man. I'm telling you, these people were stupid enough to put a full trust into this guy, Kevin O. Smith. And it's a shame that children and women and innocent people have been traumatized, because everyone that are listening to these news for the last 3 weeks are in shock. That's why it's trending so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable that in Jamaica, in St. James, in Albion, we have a cult church that people are being stripped and being rubbed down in front of the congregation naked, in front of children and women. And they allow this cultish behavior to continue to the point where a pastor could develop the whole idea that he is God and have people bowing down to him, asking them if they believe in him, believe that he's the light, he's the savior, and actually writing down their name in the book of the Lamb of life, and telling people that, you know, him have to cut them throat and resurrect them. So it's like him have people believe, say, him a God. Them people are mad as shad. You are guarantee. Mad as shad. Brain dust out. I fool them, yeah. Real fool. Cause me don't know where you come from in this world. I don't know where you get the idea. See, a man, a flesh and bone, a walk upon the earth like me and you, a eat and drink. Sorry. And that are the whole vibes of the Christian thing still. Sorry. But I and I man now in a family. Yeah, and I man yell up the kings of kings and the lord of lords and the conquering lion. Yeah, we never say no God of God. We are talking about the king of kings and the rightful ruler on earth. Because the earth need a government. You are guaranteed the elector of his own light. You are guaranteed. We are talking about his majesty. Now, me see you not talk about, you know, his majesty Emperor Haile Selassie. You know, bring up Rasta in this thing. Like you don't want to style up Rasta as some cult. You are guaranteed. When I go, they go name no people and kill no people and rape no people and aisle down no people. We not even not tell no people if you come on our church. We know in that. We know the natural formation of life. You are guaranteed. We know that there's a higher being, and we know that there's a government that's needed on earth. See? And sure, we are African, we are Ethiopians, we are El Kabylons, we are humans, and we, you know, aisle up, you know, the African-centric mentality. We look to the east. Yeah, and we look to the black king. You're going to like Marcus Garvey said, because everyone needs some kind of upliftment. And true, the king is the king. We are sure you say, yo, we have a royal emperor. Yeah, we have a black nobility. You are going to say, no, nobody misconstrue the whole ideology when you hear Rastafari say, yo, yeah, I'll the king of kings, Emperor Haile Selassie, yeah, king of kings, Lord of love, and the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of his own light. You are guaranteed. So nobody can mix this up with some like a Babylonian, you know, idiot thing. You are guaranteed. And then I come chat about Ray. Because the man say, yo, heights up Buju and Sizzler and Ray. Then when you know heights up Buju and Sizzler, when you know blaze the fire, when you know say the herbs is the alien and the nation. What? Him didn't even tell you that. Me not side with him. But Mr. Show say, yo, nobody mix up Rasta with this some little joke thing. This little Babylonian thing, this little flesh eating and blood drinking thing. Because you don't know, say, I know him alone I do it. You're going to see Jamaica have the most church per square inch in the world. And that is the whole ritual that goes on there every day. That's what the whole policy and the whole fallacy is. So tell every little boys and girl, you are going to see, hopefully it's the end of the saga. This is the legal documentation that I and I man I tell you, say, boy, It's a bloody allegation. Zin, Kevin O. Smith of the Paradise Church, you are located 144 Albion Street, Montego Bay, St. James. Yeah. John gave orders to his archangel, his angel of death. One is named Michael, one of them named Gabriel. You can see. For cut off short. For cut off all. The woman short like a goat because him say she's a sacrificial lamb. She's a goat. That's unbelievable. You can see. Said Ruddock is allegedly to walk over to Gardner and cut her throat. As she knelt before him, Smith allegedly told Ruddock to cut Gardner's head off. Then short, cutting head off. Saying she was a goat of sacrifice. And Ruddock, I don't know if him get chills or whatever, or him get afraid. He run out of the church. John, see him there? Andre Ruddock. See, I'm an angel of death, people. Joke thing this. Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm Rastafari Soldier. Yeah, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, you know. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and leave your comment for me, please. Rasta live. Greetings. Them thing you go on yes, my island, Jamaica people. Them thing you go on my island. How you guys doing out there? We having a good time, man. We're right in Fort Lauderdale Beach. Yeah, no, we have to clean up where our town come right now, you know. We have to clean up where our town come, people. Channel.